Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? Flash live, flash live, flash live. Y'all know how I do it, man. Definitely, man. I appreciate everyone, man. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, man. It's great. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. How you guys doing? Great Thursday evening. It's May 27th. May 27th. I hope everyone's doing great. The month is flying by, man. Month is going by real fast. Time is going by real fast. And we just did a flash live, man. We got lots to talk about concerning the sport of boxing. Every single day, it's something new. So people already jumping in the building, man. Bruce goes, what is good, brother? What is good, brother? Bruce goes, I hope you're doing great, bro. And those who are jumping in, those who I see you guys jumping in, I thank you guys so much, man. Like I said, man, just a lot of boxing to talk about. We got a great fight this weekend. I think it's great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I hope everyone's doing great, man. I hope the weather in your areas where you guys are living, is well. And I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's healthy, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, I'm talking with my guy, LeVar Cooper right here. What's going on, LeVar? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, Renee? I'm doing all right, big bro. Can't complain, enjoying this nice weather. How about yourself?
All right, man, we're good. It's getting hot down here, as a matter of fact. We're starting to crawl into the summer, man. It's getting hot here, man. But hey, it's nice though. In the evening, it gets nice and fresh. The wind, always get the breeze, always get the nice fresh air here in the evening time, in the morning time. Ride my motorcycle, go to work, just enjoy the wind, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the fresh air. So it's all good, man. Just hectic, you know what I'm saying? Also with our, hustle and bustle life. I know you got your schooling, homework. Right now, the end of the semester with me, man, it's getting kind of busy, man. So just try to stay 2 steps ahead of the modules, you know what I'm saying? But man, overall, everything's good, man. So you ready to talk this boxing, man?
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm ready, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Let's talk some boxing, man.
Yes. Bruce goes, my brother's keeper. What's going on, family? You guys are awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, man. So we got here, Bruce goes saying, Renee, my brother, how are you today, fam? Do you think, we're gonna chop this up? Definitely, man. We're gonna chop this up, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, first and foremost, LeVar. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. First and foremost, several things I want to talk about. There are lots of, ramifications concerning the whole 135 division. Devin Haney in this fight. Obviously, the real undisputed Josh Taylor. Hats off to Josh Taylor. First and foremost, I want to start with that, man. Definitely I haven't had time to go live, man. That's exactly why today, we got a nice window of time. Chopped it up with my guy, LeVar, behind the scenes. We definitely organized this day to do live, man. But Monday, I typically go live Mondays in the morning, you know what I'm saying, to give post-fight reactions and things of that nature with my flash lives. But I just haven't had the time, man. I had so much homework to do and, work, blah, 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 right? So I want to honor and just give a moment to honor Josh Taylor. I just want to, because everybody has given their post-fight reactions, you know what I'm saying? Talked about it, right after the fight, Saturday night, last week, Josh Taylor versus Ramirez. And I just want to give a moment and, honor Josh Taylor and honor Ramirez, man, for putting up a great fight, putting up a wonderful fight. Looked like Josh Taylor was hurt early in the fight, as a matter of fact. Early in the fight, I don't remember which round it was, maybe round 3, 4, whatever. But, because of that typical thing we talked about, LeVar Cooper, we talked about it before the fight when it comes to Josh Taylor, leaving his arms down. I remember G5, our guy, shouts out to him, also talking about how sometimes Josh Taylor lacks defense on the inside. Typical of Josh Taylor, man, and he pretty much did the same thing, to a certain degree. That's why I think he got hurt early in the fight. You know, Josh Taylor put up an amazing fight, man. Ramirez and Josh Taylor, man, knocking down Ramirez twice. And I just want to give a moment to honor Josh Taylor, real undisputed. LeVar, what's your general reaction over Josh Taylor's win? Then we're gonna definitely get into some Haney talk and more, man. Definitely.
It was a great fight, man. I think I said that Taylor was going to knock him out in the 10th round. But the fight ended up going the distance. But it was a great entertaining fight. I kind of sort of figured Ramirez was gonna, take, they both took some punches, but Ramirez allowed Taylor to do a lot of great things when he was, from the inside. So that was Ramirez's biggest mistake, getting hit with the uppercut like that, man. That shouldn't have happened. I think he just got lazy. But other than that, man, it was an entertaining fight. I loved it. I mean, hats off to both fighters, man. I mean, I love watching a fight like that. I love seeing a fighter get up off the canvas and continue to fight, So once again, man, hats off to both fighters, man. Excellent, excellent, excellent fight.
Ramirez definitely showed a lot of heart. They both did, obviously. But when it comes to like what you say, like, Ramirez getting knocked down twice, getting back up, going for the gusto, man, that's all heart. That's all heart, for an undisputed bout. This is not the end at all for Ramirez. He has a great future ahead of him. As we've been pushing LeVar Cooper, we've been talking about it time and time again. One loss doesn't define a fighter. 2 losses doesn't define a fighter. 3 losses doesn't define a fighter. It's all about who you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's all about who you're fighting, man. I mean, I'm not. I don't really necessarily. I'm not trying to flip the script, but this is for examples. I'm not trying to knock Lomachenko. How many losses does he have, bro? 2. You know what I mean? He's still game. No, Lomachenko's still game. I didn't necessarily like, and that's why I push videos about it. I mean, I don't like him crying about it, whining and pouting over spilt milk. He just came out the other day, LeVar, talking about, oh man, I saw the fight so many times, and it was a draw, and oh well, bro, it is what it is. It was what it was, and you just move on, man. Move on. You got Nakatani in front of you, bro. Stop thinking so much Teofimo. Stop thinking about the past, bro. You know what I'm saying? But why do I say this? I mean, Lomachenko just has 2 losses. He's still a really game opponent. You know what I'm saying? So 1 loss doesn't define a fighter. 2 losses doesn't define a fighter. 3 losses doesn't define a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys are still game opponents, man. Ramirez, he has a great future still at 140, man. If he decides to move up, great. Hats off to Ramirez. Hats off to Josh Taylor. Real undisputed champ. And I love the fight. It was just an amazing fight, man. I loved every round, every second. I actually edged it out. I remember we were chopping it up, LeVar, and I was giving the edge towards Ramirez, and I concluded it like this. As far as in the buildup of the fight, I was, I said, my mind goes for Taylor, my heart goes for Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? Logistically speaking, I was thinking, analytically speaking, critically thinking, I thought, just Josh Taylor's going to win. But it was just a beautiful fight, man. And definitely this is real undisputed. Hey, LeVar, so let's chop up the ramifications of Josh Taylor's win, and then we're going to definitely get into Saturday night's fight, because there are several things to talk about, man. I love it. What do you think, LeVar, Josh Taylor should do next, man, at 140? Move up or go to 147, find Bud? According to Bud, he wants to go down, but I don't really trust him what Bud says, all due respect, but there are reasons why. What do you think should be next for Josh Taylor?
I mean, if he ends up fighting Bud, he'll get a big payday. I think that he should, if he wants to Bud fight, go after Bud. To be honest with you, once again, that'll be a big payday. But I still think that will be an easy fight for Bud. And the reason why, man, is because Taylor took some shots, man, that he shouldn't have. And we know one thing about Bud: if Bud gets you hurt, he's gonna get you out of there. So either he can stay and try to defend the title, or he can give Ramirez a rematch, or he can go after Bud. Honestly, I would like to see him and Ramirez go back at it one more time, man. That was a good fight. But far as for Bud, Bud's back is against the wall, because he can't. If he goes up to 154, we already know there's a lion at 154. and he really doesn't want to mess with Mel. At 147, we know he doesn't want to fight the elite fighters at 147. If he goes down to 140, the only fight that will make sense is for him to fight Taylor. But I don't know, man. It's with Bud, you never know. As far as Taylor, I wouldn't mind seeing a Taylor versus Ramirez too.
Oh, so you would like to see a rematch, huh?
Oh, absolutely. It was a great, entertaining fight. You know, I mean, yes, Ramirez lost on points, but I mean, he got up, he got knocked down twice, got up, continued to fight. To me, it was an entertaining fight. So you never know what could happen in a rematch. Only thing Ramirez have to do is just go back to the drawing board and fix those mistakes that he did, and you got another competitive fight.
Oh yeah. Just popped in my mind, LeVar. The fight peaked around 1,600,000 views, averaged approximately 1,400,000 approximate average views. So it did all right, man. It did all right, definitely. Yeah. Imagine if there were a rematch, it would blow up more, man.
Oh, I mean, so it would, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be great. And like you said, you know, I think that if there were a rematch, Ramirez obviously would go back to the drawing board. Taylor, I can say this because LeVar, was Taylor hurt early in the fight, man? Because it seemed like he was around round 3. I don't remember, but you know, like we said, typical of Taylor, the inside, his defense wasn't the best. He was letting himself get hit a few times at least. And if you get hit a few times by Ramirez, that's gonna hurt. So it looked like he got hurt because he started clinching up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Early in the fight, did he get hurt or was it just my imagination?
Oh no, brother, you're 100% correct. He got hurt. I mean, when Ramirez was hitting him with some shots, and you can tell when he got hit, there was I can't remember what round it was, but when Ramirez caught him flush, he backed up a little bit, and he had that he made a facial expression like, "Dang, why did I allow myself to get caught like that?" So, man, he was definitely hurt, and that's why he started to grab and clinch and stuff. To buy himself some time to recover. So you're right. You're right.
I mean, that goes to show it was a definite 50-50 fight, man. It was because of Josh Taylor. Man, you guys are awesome. Jump in the building. I gotta salute you guys. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome. We got Robert Brown's in the building. What's going on, man? Live life real. That's what I'm talking about, man. Warrior Class of Third. What's going on? Be Megastar. Man, the list goes on. Here we go. Grindhard Sports Nation. What's going on? Families in the building, man. Josh Taylor is just trying to be great. If he beat Bud, he's pound for pound number 1. Yeah. If he goes for Bud, he's just going for legacy, man. 100%. He's just freaking going 100 miles an hour, no brakes. I mean, if he fights Bud, right? So yeah, man, definitely got to respect it if that's what he chooses next, man. So we got here a Grindhard when Taylor, whoa, the names, man. When LeVar Cooper was talking about referencing Bud a little bit there, Grindhard says that's Bud's best move, fight Jermell. I mean,
no.
Yeah,
Nope.
I mean, you know what? As a matter of fact, shouts out to our guy, you know, Cali Enigma. You know, seems like he's starting to go live a little bit more. And we were talking a little bit. I was chatting there along in the chat, and you know, Cali, the mention, you know, they're starting to talk about Bud, whatever. And I said, you know, man, I wouldn't think it would be a walkthrough if Bud were to move up to fight Jermell, but man, you know what, LeVar? Jermell is a big guy, dude. You know, I know Bud's good. I know he's a great fighter. He got skills, blah, blah, blah. We know the story, but you move up, Jermell, dude. I just don't. I can't wrap my mind around it. I know Bud would give a nice, you know, he would fight. He would put up a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he would beat Jermell, man. Yeah, go ahead. What do you think? What do you think about that, LeVar?
If Bud better leave Mel alone, man. This is the reason why I say this. Bud's getting older. Bud is going to turn 34 years old in September. The last time Bud Crawford has gone the distance has been, it was July 23rd of 2016 against Victor Postol. And you're talking about going up to 154 to mess with Mel, who's a lion, Mel is a beast, man. It's like what Kurt Sugar said, and salute to Kurt. Mel is an alpha male, man. He's gonna try to get you out of there. Plus, Mel has one of the best trainers in the game. Bud cannot go up there to 154 and make a mistake, make any mistakes against Mel, because Mel's gonna capitalize on it. Mel is too big for Bud, way too big. And you got to thinking about the conditioning. All of Bud's last fights have either been the person retired on a stool, knockout, or TKO. But 2016, and here we are in 2020. That's the last time he went 12 rounds. I'm not saying that Bud can't go 12 rounds, but you got to understand, Father Times catches up to people. You get what I'm saying? And we know that Mel can throw punches, man. And we seen Bud get clipped before. Now you're talking about going against Mel?
Bro,
Nah,
plus he's fought the creme of the creme, dude, in 154, yes. Dude. 154, you're not. We're not talking about meme machines. We're not talking, dude. I mean, I understand, Bud, love him. He can fight. Everyone knows the story. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? I got to repeat myself a gazillion times that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Things that we know, but just to elaborate on that, Grindhard, and I love your comment, bro. Great stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just, Jermell fought Tony Harrison twice, bro. I mean, dude, Bud has seen it all, I guess we could say, to a certain degree. Why? Because he's fought high IQ boxers, LeVar. High IQ. Harrison, bro. I know Harrison's last performance. I mean, I'm thinking that, Jermell's, obviously we talked about it before. Harrison's, loss of his father, rest in peace.
Yeah.
His last getting smashed by Jermell when they rematched. It's taken away some stuff from Harrison. But what I'm saying is, before that, Harrison was in his A game, bro. Like A game Harrison. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Jermell the first time, high IQ boxer. Harrison's a high IQ. His last fight wasn't necessarily, because we know the story. But before that, when Jermell fought Charlo for the first time, Jermell won by the skin. I'm sorry. Harrison, we all know the story. Won by the skin of his teeth. Because of Harrison's boxing skills. Harrison has great skills. Rematch, Jermell was able to outsmart. Jermell, I mean, a lot of people don't put emphasis on this. Jermell can box, LeVar. Jermell has high IQ. He shows it and demonstrates it in a different. He demonstrates it in a different way. When we talk about high IQ, we think that they're going to be running around the ring, using the ring, and like a Ennis, like a Harrison. Not necessarily always like that. I mean, Jermell has a high IQ and demonstrates it in a different way, with patience on the inside, using the jab, using the defense on the inside, and clap. You're done. You're done, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Quick combos on the inside. Pop, pop, pop. What did he do to Rosario? Knocked him out with the jab. Precisely hit the thorax, hit the body, pass. Perfect timing. Timing beats speed. So, I mean, you balance these, weigh these out in the balance and the scale. I think Jermell would just really, Bud, I mean, but yeah, dude, I just don't see it, you know what I'm saying? But hey, Grindhard, that's the thing. It's like, what does he do next? I mean, I understand that. His best move, because like right now, Bud, if he goes down to 140, people are going to be like, in my humble opinion, okay, this is my humble opinion, LeVar. I mean, we always go with what the comments say. We have other things in mind, subject matter in mind, but what you guys say, great. If he goes down to 140, LeVar, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say you might as well just have stayed in 140, bro. Why'd you move up 147? What? You know what I mean? If you're gonna go down 140 and you're gonna go, because that's what Bud has been expressing lately. And I don't think LeVar. Bud has too much of a say or calling the shots here. It's Bob. I think that Bud, to a certain degree, and fighters in general and Top Rank, they have a say. I'm sure Bob listens to them. I don't think he's like cruel and hey, shut up and I do what I say, whatever. But I'm sure they consider what Bud says. But
of course they do.
Yeah, I'm sure. But why am I saying this? Because Bud is saying that he wants to move down to 140 and fight Taylor. If he does that, like you said, LeVar, he'll probably beat him. If he does, that just goes to show LeVar he should just stay at 140. That's his division, bro. You know, because if you're not doing much at 147, why are you there so much? You know, if you're not go down, if you're gonna go down to 140, cool. You're gonna go be undisputed at 140, cool. I mean, stay there. I don't know. But Grindhard, I understand what you're saying. Move up to fight Jermell, go for undisputed at 154. I don't think he would achieve it though. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, LeVar, I mean, there are things, and when you talk about his age too, you know what I'm saying? Jermell's in his prime right now.
He's hooked, man. Mel he's an animal, bro. And like I said, I'm not saying that Bud can't go 12 rounds. But that was the last time we seen Bud go 12 rounds was in 2016. Mel is a whole totally different beast. This is what I would do. If I was Spence, right? I know Spence doesn't want to chase. He doesn't want to chase Bud, but I will put pressure on Bud. I will put pressure on him so that he has no choice. I mean, yeah, it's cool to go down there to 140, but pretty soon you're gonna have some killers at 140. So either decision that Bud makes, either going to 154, staying at 147, or going to 140, he's gonna have some competition. At the end of the day, he needs to figure out what he wants to do, who he wants to fight. I'm telling you, Bud has some say-so when it comes to his opponents. Has to. He have to. There's no way. It's either Bud wants it or Bud doesn't want it. So, like I said, I'm not saying Bud's a bad fighter, but he needs to start adding some names to his resume and start fighting some of these elite fighters and stop fighting fighters that you know that you can beat. No, man, I get it. I understand it. He will make more money fighting an Earl Spence. I don't care if it's 60-40. Hey, 40% is better than nothing. So at the end of the day, they just need to figure it out. And now I guess Manny's getting his belt back, right? Because he was a champion in recess, right?
Yeah.
So now Spence beats Pac-Man. Now Spence has another belt. So
man. Yeah. Bud, forget your percentage stuff, dude. Forget that. It's gonna go out the window after this fight with Spence and Pacquiao. Should Spence win, right? I'm always gonna say should because I've been wrong eating crow lately, man. So who the heck knows, bro? Pacquiao could pull a freaking rabbit out his sleeve and win, bro. I'm not. I mean,
we'll say we can save that. We can let that marinate a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm not even gonna, I think Spence is gonna win, but my gosh, I love it. Grindhard says here, Ramirez Taylor did over $1 million. I mean, yeah, they according to sources, right? I think it's been publicized or whatever, public that I don't have the number right now written down. I don't write down notes, but I do recall it peaked around 1,600,000 approximate. And it averaged 1.4 million viewers. So we know it wasn't pay-per-view, it was TV, whatever you want to call it, ESPN. So that's pretty good numbers, man. That's and if they were to rematch, oh my gosh, I love it. Taylor and Ramirez are in a good position. Even though Ramirez lost, they're both in. Obviously, Taylor's in a wonderful position, but Ramirez, they're in a great position, man. For a rematch, who knows what? I think Taylor's just gonna want to rest, relax, enjoy his time or whatever we want to call it. But he deserves it though, man. Grindhard saying Ramirez caught him. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Yeah, it was. The body third. Yeah, it was around third round. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, good stuff, man. So we got here Warrior Class of Third. Salute, man. Saying, let Bud call out Felix Trinidad and Miguel Cotto and Sugar just to shake things up and face shampoo. Felix Trinidad, but yeah, right. Okay. He's not gonna face Porter though. It's pie in the sky now, man. It's sad to say, but at this point, Bud versus Porter, pie in the sky. Bud versus Ennis, pie in the sky. I'm almost positive, LeVar. I'm almost positive Bud knows Ennis is too much of a risk. It's too much.
I agree. I agree. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? I hope the best for Bud. I mean, don't think that we're trying to say. I mean, I hope the best for the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, LeVar. Father Time's ticking, and
Yeah. He has to make some type of decision, man. Like I said, September he turns 34, man. If he's gonna do something, he has to start doing it now. You know, he's not a Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, I'll be honest with you. The way that Floyd's been looking good. And granted, yes, it's against Logan Paul. I get that. But I still honestly believe Floyd can come back and be champion again. I'm being honest with you.
That's how good he is, yeah.
That's how good he is. But at the end of the day, man, Bud he has to make a decision, man. But to me, it's like what you said. Bud is afraid to let that old go on his record, and he's afraid to lose that belt. Remember, you said that.
Yeah, I said it a while ago. That's just my assumption. You know what I'm saying? I understand, chat. If you guys think other things, that's fine. We all got our opinions. That's my opinion. You just don't want to lose the O, man. You just don't want to lose it. You know what I'm saying? And we got here Grindheart saying, I said that because it doesn't seem like, yeah, he's not going to, I understand that, Grindheart. Yeah, that you're saying Bud should move up to fight Mel for all that. Yeah, I understand, bro. I mean, yeah, as far as his reputation, probably is the best bet. And I think that Mel he'll put some work on Bud. I think Mel will expose him, bro. I mean, I know I'm going out there. I'm going far. But, okay, LeVar, I mean, bro, let's cook on this because no one's really talking about it. I talked about this weeks ago, how Mel Charlo, he put Bud on notice, man. He put him on notice, dude. I mean, let's not run around the bush here. He put Bud didn't respond to him. You know what I'm saying? Bud's not he's not dumb, you know. He knows he's not responding to Mel because Mel came out Twitter, you know, his burn account, whatever they call it, Mel Charlo. He put Danny Garcia and Bud on notice. He said, all you guys that want to move up to 154, in other words, he was saying, you better think twice. You better think twice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Mel's watching him, so you move up then. Move up and see what happens. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, I understand Grindhard, though. You know, if he does move up, I mean, it's probably the best bet for Bud's reputation, at least, or something, you know. So, but, you know, Bud, like what LeVar's saying, like we're all saying, you got to do something, bro. LeVar, rumors are, whatever you want to call it, rumors or whatever. It's not official, but that his next opponent is going to be someone under par again. I mean, it's like, dude, I don't. If he does fight somebody under par again, it's like, bro, I'm not even going to talk about him much anymore. I'm really not going to talk. I mean, I really don't talk about him anymore much at all as it is. You know?
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, for the same reason, bro. If you're not making moves, then step aside. I'll focus on other people. You know what I'm saying? We got here, since Errol, we got Warrior Class saying, since Errol gets to fight Manny in his 40s, and Floyd Mayweather is in his 40s, may be out of the question because he's just different and special GOAT status. Right. And oh yeah, going back to that. So LeVar, the thing here is that it's crazy. You know how boxing is. It's crazy. You go to BoxRec and it looks like, in Manny Pacquiao's and Errol Spence's BoxRec, you know how they have pending fights or whatever, TBA or whatever they call it. You know, it's scheduled. It's in the belts there. There's one that's WBA Super. So yeah, like you said, LeVar, it looked like Pac was a champ in recess, and I think it's Ugas's fault. I think we talked about that already. You know, I think it's Ugas's fault. He didn't aggressively seek anybody. He was just sitting around doing the same thing, warming the belt up. You don't do that, champs don't do that. Shouldn't do that. And if they do, get the freaking belt off of their waist. You know what I'm saying? So hey, WBA looks like they're gonna do it. And if Spence wins, bro. But don't even talk percentages, you know. Don't even try, you know, because Spence is gonna be in freaking, dude, top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. So we got here let Bud call, put De La Hoya as a legacy fight. I'm saying, it's just it's sad all around for Bud. I mean, I love him, but I just wish the best for the guy. You know what I'm saying? Robert Brown says here, Bud, best move right now is to fight Porter. I mean, or go to Scotland and beat Taylor at home. It would be big for him. It would be big. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If Bud goes down to 140, fights Taylor, Stay at 140 and fight the guys there, and just stay there, bud. It would be the best for him, LeVar. Just stay at 140. You move up to 154. We know what's going to happen. If you want to try to shoot for undisputed there, it's not going to happen. It can be, Robert. I mean, I'm not negating that. You know what I'm saying? Because LeVar, enough is enough, bro. 147. Like I said, most likely is going to fight another. All due respect, another average guy. Sounds like it is, LeVar. The best, logically thinking here, speaking, go down to 140 and fight Taylor for undisputed there. And if he wins, that's your division. It's just meant to be, LeVar. Some things are meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. But here's the thing, man. If he goes down to 140, he's gonna have to vacate. He's gonna have to vacate his title.
That's right.
And I don't think he's gonna. I really don't think that he's going to do that. I think that he probably. If I was Bud, honestly, and I know this person who I'm about to say his name. I'm about to say his name. I know that I'm kind of sort of harsh on him, but it will be easy for Bud to maybe fight Keith Thurman, just to put a name on like his resume.
Right.
Granted, once again, what has Keith Thurman done to earn a title shot? Because he's been out since he's fought Manny Pacquiao. But at least that will be some type of notable name that's out there. Can Keith Thurman still be a threat to the welterweight division? I don't know. He's had so many injuries and he's been inactive. But if that's one name that he could put on his resume, I would go after Keith Thurman. He's been sitting on the shelf.
But the problem there is Bud's not seeking that. That's right. The problem, bro. It's like you're not aggressively seeking you're not seeking anybody. I mean, it's just it's just weird, bro. You know what that reminds me of, LeVar? I don't want to get off topic, but it's kind of a similar scenario with this whole Andre Ward. Is he going to come back and fight Canelo? Bro, I don't get too excited about that because I just don't. It's not going to happen anyway. Most likely, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows, right? But boxing is crazy like that, right? But I don't think an Andre Ward or Canelo is going to fight. And I don't know where it's coming from. And I've been saying that. I pushed a video on it. It's like, where is this coming from, LeVar? I don't. 4 years. We talked about it the other day, I think, bro. I mean, 4 years retired. I love Ward. Ward's a freaking amazing dude. He's a son of God. I love him, bro. He's this, but by the time it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, Ben retired for 4 years. If there is any near tangibility to Ward and Canelo fighting, it's going to be next year, maybe mid-year, maybe, 2022. By that time, Ward will be retired 5 years, bro. I mean, I understand he's probably in the gym still. There's, word coming out, whatever. He's been in the gym and stuff like that. But, staying in the gym is one thing, LeVar. Sparring and actually fighting, that's a different thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's great, staying fit and stuff like that, but I don't think, what I'm trying to say here, bro, I don't get excited because, one, I don't think it's going to happen. Two, I don't think it would be the same Ward. Yes, of course he has the skills, of course. But I don't think it would be the same Ward that we saw, when he retired, right before when he fought Kovalev once and then again. And I don't think it would be the same Ward as sharp like that. You know what I'm saying? But why am I saying this? Okay, LeVar, why am I saying this? I'm not trying to get off topic. It's because kind of reminds me of this with Bud and Thurman. If Thurman comes back, obviously Thurman hasn't been out the ring nearly as long as Ward has, but Thurman, like you said, it's a different situation in this case. Like, Thurman, the injuries, and I don't even think that's gonna happen either, bro. But like what you said, LeVar, it would be at least something for Bud, and to have a name there in his resume, But.
Yeah, a welterweight like Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Thurman might not be elite like how he used to be, but at least it's a name. I'm gonna be honest with you. When Earl fought Garcia, and when Bud was at that fight, I honestly thought that Bud was gonna
No,
somehow,
he didn't
some
do
way fight
nothing.
Garcia. Yeah,
He walked out, bro. I mean, he
yeah.
didn't even look up for anybody. He just walked out. I think they were fighting. He was fighting with fans picking a fight with him. It's like, dude, he didn't go to the ring. He didn't call anybody out. He just left.
Exactly. I thought that he was gonna like later on try to fight Garcia, but that's not the case. But that's another name. I mean, I know that Danny might want to go up to 154. I really think that he should stay away from 154 as well.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should just stay focused on his, reality show. And I don't know. I don't see, Danny. I don't see him. I'm not really considering him right now in boxing.
He needs to get away from his dad. Angel Garcia is good, but sometimes those father trainer roles don't work out, or some fighters they stay with their father way too long and it just doesn't pan out. We saw it with Shane Mosley and Jack Mosley.
We also saw it with Robert Guerrero.
Yes. Yep. The Guerreros.
Robert Guerrero could have grown more, but his dad limited him, man.
Exactly. I don't know. I think Angel can't get him to where he needs to be. It's just time. Danny should have made a change a while ago. You know what I'm saying? He should have made a change a while ago, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I see Danny towards the end of his career, man. I don't see him really doing much anymore, you know what I'm saying, as far as big fights or wins, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, man. But that's exactly what, you know what I'm saying? Like what Warrior Class is saying here, No, I'm sorry. I think he said it earlier when it comes to, go fight. Yeah, right there. Call out Felix Trinidad, Cotto, to get a name or something. But yeah, man, definitely. I feel you, bro. So let me move on, man, with this chat, man. I love it. You guys are jumping in here. L-Dub's in the building, man. What's going on, L-Dub? Always shooting information.
Salute,
Money in the
L-Dub.
ghetto. Yeah, definitely, man. You guys are awesome, man. I really appreciate you all. Subscribe to L-Dub, man. Anybody else who's pushing content. Grindhard Sports Nation, I think, pushes content. If you do, go ahead and feel free to put your links in there, man. You already know. L-Dub, put your link in there. Those who, create content, put your links up in here, man. Put the links in the chat, definitely, man. So we got here, let me continue to chat because we're going to continue on other topics here. We got to talk about Haney and Linares. Great stuff, you know what I'm saying? More things here. So we got... Yeah, bust bed move. Right. Michael Garcia is still on the table for Bud. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Mike is at 1 point. LeVar, that's another thing, bro. I said it before. I all due respect to Mikey, but I still see him as a C-level welterweight, bro. I don't know, bro. I mean, he fought Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas, LeVar, I don't know where you rate him in the welterweight division, but bro, I don't see him elite, man. Mikey got skills, of course, but based off of his performance, we're talking about welterweight. We're not talking about 140. We're not talking about no, 147. Okay. Based off of what Mikey Garcia has done in his performances at 147 against Spence, against Jesse, I still see Mikey Garcia C-level, maybe B- welterweight, bro. So if he were to fight Bud, Mikey's really fundamental. I love his style, but I think Bud would really he'd beat him. I think it would just be another fight, bro. Maybe I'm overcritical, but I think it would be another fight where we say, you know what, it's lopsided. But I don't know. What do you think about that, LeVar?
If Bud was to fight Mikey Garcia, then they're gonna say, "Oh well, Bud was too big for Mikey Garcia," because some people were saying that about Spence. So at the end of the day, I really think that Garcia should go down to 140 and stay there, because you can even tell Mikey Garcia's body really didn't even adapt to the 147 division. When he fought Spence, he still looked kind of, chubby. You would think that he would have packed on a little bit more muscle, but he still kind of looked like he was on the chubby side in that fight. So at the end of the day, man, Mikey Garcia doesn't belong up there at that welterweight division. He should once again go back down to 140 and just fight there. Because I believe he still has the skills and the power to compete there at 140. Yeah, he definitely he's yeah, just like Grid Hard Sports Nation said, or Grind Hard Sports Nation, excuse me. Mikey's too small for 147. He is.
Yep, and because of that, you know what I'm saying, those factors, I see Mikey Garcia as, you know, average welterweight, average, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. So we got here grind hard. Yeah, Harrison was up when Jermell KO'd him. Yeah, he was up. He was doing well. He was doing well. I mean, taking nothing away from Harrison. But the thing, what I'm saying is that, you know, Jermell, he can outsmart on the inside, and it's night. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's knocking everybody out, but I just kind of see that if he were to fight Bud. You know what I'm saying? He would be patient. He would know when to knock. He would know when to go in on the inside. He would know when to uppercut. He would know when to throw precise combos on the inside against Bud. We all know, ladies and gentlemen, when he fights, when he gets on the inside, he gets emotional and he just goes at it. That's alarm bells. That's freaking alarm bells and warning signs. If you do that against Jermell, you don't do that against Jermell. You just don't do that. You're not going to win on the inside doing that. And Bud is very prone to doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think Jermell would get the big upper hand against Bud if Bud were to move up. But yeah, definitely grind hard. I feel you, bro. Definitely, man. Robert Brown says, I don't think Mikey will ever do business with Top Rank's fight. Very true. I didn't even remember that. Yeah, I don't know why it slipped my mind. That's true. Mikey detests Bob. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Bob. You know, do you remember that, LeVar? He said he was on Instagram or whatever the heck, right? Recording himself. He was like, in other words, I keep it clean. He said, you know, he was saying, screw Bob. I don't care about him. He don't care about me. You know, he was going off on Bud. On Bob. You know, so yeah, that's true, Robert.
I remember that. I do.
Yeah.
But once again, Renee, a boxer can say that. But if Bob Arum was to throw some big money towards Mikey,
that's true.
You get what I'm saying? See, money talks, man. And
but then again, what did Bob say? Bud's not worth my money. I mean, in other words, bro.
Yeah.
In other words, man, he said, yeah, you know, Porter, a lot of people would watch the fight, but who would pay for it? It's like, man, yeah, you know, he's just. And I don't even think Bob would throw any money at Mikey, man. He would just be like, it's not worth my money.
Bro, I think honestly, if Bud was to fight Porter, a lot of people would tune in for that fight. That would be a great, entertaining fight, because you know Porter's gonna bring that aggressive, come forward type of style at Bud. So honestly, I truly believe that Bob Arum is going to miss out on making money, because that's a fight that everybody wants to see, especially when Porter is the number one contender for that belt. I just don't understand it.
Well, now they moved him, you know, with the foolish, corrupt, disgusting changes they do. You know how that is, man. So we know there was shadiness on that one. So yeah, I think he is number one contender still. I don't care what the heck the sanctioning bodies say. I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. I think that Porter is still a number one contender for Bud, and Bud, or you know, both. You know, they're just not gonna fight you, man. They're just not gonna. I thought Taylor. I don't think he should move down. Oh, okay. I thought Taylor was coming up. I mean, that's what he expressed months ago. I mean, people are barely coming out and saying that. You know what I'm saying? But I made a video on it. You know, months ago, Taylor expressed, you know, after the Ramirez fight, he wants to move up and fight Bud. I mean, his target's Bud. You know what I'm saying? Taylor wants to move up at 147 and fight Bud. Who knows? I mean, you know, it's just a matter of time to see what Taylor does, you know, and what Bud does. You know what I'm saying? So who knows if he's going to move up, though? I'm not so sure about Taylor moving up. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? It's kind of hard to say right now with Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Warrior class of third. Let Bud fight Robert Easter. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, like what LeVar was saying a moment ago, that, you know, in other words, the walls are really closing in on Bud. The walls are just closing in, and you got to freaking do something, Bud. You just, you know, yeah. And I don't care how much, you know, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying, LeVar? I'm in the middle. I'm neutral. It doesn't matter how many people, you know, like, for example, Bernie the Boxer, all due respect to dude, you know what I'm saying? Bernie the Boxer. He has his own channel. He goes out and defends him. You know, he defends him till the death. I don't care how much they defend him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, facts are facts. And what we see is what we see. I mean, you can't go around that. You can't go around that, LeVar. The sky is blue, and I don't care what other people say. They can say it's red, but it's not. It's blue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, facts are facts. You can try to be as delusional as you want and try to manipulate the people to you know, but it's just facts are facts. You know what I'm saying? So Grindhart's, but the facts are the walls are closing in on Bud, and you got to fight somebody, bro. You have to. Okay, Bud Spence will never get it right and negotiate. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. Manny is getting his belt back. So what are they doing with Ugas? You know, Robert, I think they're going to leave him in the dust, you know. I think they're going to give him the regular title. Who the heck knows? I don't care. I don't care about the stupid regular and silver, and that's nonsense, you know. But that's a good question, Robert. But you know how it is, man. Manny, I mean, I partly blame Ugas too, because like Ugas, you had the belt, bro, and you were just sitting around doing nothing. Yeah, you got the belt. Start, you know, go unify with Spence. He was quiet. He wasn't really, I don't know, man. Ugas, I don't know. Love Ugas, but you know, I don't know. He wasn't really aggressively seeking anybody either. So we got Warrior Class of third. Bud can fight Broner too. Everybody can get it. Yeah, I mean,
man.
You know, and that would, to a certain extent, I mean, it would boost Bud's, you know, Broner would boost Bud's visibility to the public. I mean, that's the only thing advantage I see Bud getting there in that fight. You know, Manny got to take them 3 belts on an exhibition tour if he wins. Yeah, you know, it's going to be great. I'm not going to break down right now Spence and Manny because it's still way down the road, but you know, I'm not knocking Spanny. You see, LeVar, how I mix names? I mixed Spence and Manny. I said Spanny. Wow, that's crazy. Isn't that funny? That's comical stuff. So, yeah, I'm not going to break that fight down yet, but I'm not knocking off Manny, bro. I just, I'm not knocking him off just yet. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be fun, though. It's going to be a fun fight. L-Dub, Taylor will be back in August. You see L-Dub? You see LeVar? L-Dub with the news, always.
He's on point, man. L-Dub is on point.
He just concluded, no rest. You know, yeah, L-Dub is always, and I think he's referring to no rest for Taylor, but no rest for L-Dub either, because L-Dub's almost every time I go live, LeVar, he's saying something new. You know, I love it. You know, let's go sub to L-Dub. Man.
Go subscribe. Yeah.
Go sub to L-Dub. That's what I'm talking about. So let me see this. Taylor will be back in August. WBO. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing now. Okay, that's the thing, LeVar. Taylor, bro, being undisputed, that's a lot of responsibility. That's no joke, bro. I'm talking about real undisputed. I'm not talking about this fake undisputed. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm not real undisputed. That's a lot of responsibility, LeVar, because you got to defend those things, man. You know what I mean? So he's going to have to fight his WBO mandatory. Here we go. Thanks so much, L-Dub. Jack Catterall. Okay, Catterall. No rest. Okay, cool. Great stuff. I'm not going to knock Taylor for this, LeVar. You know, I mean, go fight the mandatory, defend that belt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knock Taylor for that. You know, he did what he had to do. You know, go defend your title. You know what I'm saying? Be megastar. I like Bud, but if he doesn't fight somebody worthy, he will look like Keith Thurman to me. You know, if he fights another average fighter next, which is possibly, it sounds like it's going to be like that. I just thought, you know, Bud, I'm done with him. Yeah, go ahead, LeVar.
Here's the thing, man. Thurman, yeah, you can love him or hate him, but he fought Garcia. He fought Porter.
Fought all the tops.
That's what I'm saying. Here's my thing about Bud. And shout out to Ricky Williams, man, because he was talking about this last night. If you take away that undisputed championship that he won at 140, what is his accolades as a fighter? That's what he's hanging on to. Let's be honest. Let's be real about it. So if you take that away from those credentials from Bud, how would they rank him? What type of fighter is he? Especially if he has not fought anybody elite at 147.
No, and also, I mean, people compared him already. Community's already been comparing ever since Taylor won undisputed. They're saying Taylor is more of a, you know, he's fought the tougher competition at 140 in this era, at least in this time period and time frame, to get that undisputed as opposed to Bud. So, I mean, it's like, you know, I just don't know, dude. Bud, I take nothing away from his accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? But I take nothing away. But it's just. Yeah, I feel you, LeVar. You're right, man. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. I see Bud stopping Taylor, and the reason why I say that is because Taylor took some punches from Ramirez, and we know that Bud can punch.
Yep.
I really see Bud stopping him. So it's like what I told you before. Bud versus Taylor, that's a low risk, high reward for Bud. So
he'll probably opt for that fight. Yeah,
exactly. That will be his easy way out of, this whole debacle that he's in. But if he goes down to 140, he's gonna have to let go of that belt. And I really truly believe, just like you, he does not want to let that belt go. So he will probably have Taylor come up to 147. Hey,
that's and if Taylor were to move up to 147, fight Bud, he loses. No big deal. You can go back down to 140 and continue your legacy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's Taylor's in a good position. Good position. Very good. And we got here Robert Brown saying Taylor was even hoping to go at it again in July and get that Mando out of the way. We need that. Yeah, bro. Your facts, bro. Facts, Robert Brown. Immaculate Sal, what's going on, bro? Hey, what's going on, family? Thanks so much for jumping in, bro. I'm just catching up on the chats here. I saw Immaculate Sal a while ago. Thanks so much for jumping in here, man. We got L-Dub saying, L-Dub boxing. Okay, so Ugas was seeking the Spence fight, then Pacquiao chose Spence. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I think he was, but I don't know if he was being so vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, Ugas, he's a quiet guy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really go out there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he was being real vocal about it. Last I heard, you know what I'm saying, L-Dub? Last I heard, Ugas was asking for 50-50 against Spence. I mean,
facts.
Same thing with, it's just, I understand he was seeking it, but he's probably just, you're way out there when you're asking 50-50 against Spence. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a lot. I think that's a lot had to do with that also and not making the fight, you know what I'm saying, with Ugas and Spence. But yeah, Pacquiao jumped in the mix and you know what I mean? Yeah, D Hodges, what's going on, bro? Thanks so much, man. Hey. I see Tone Brown too is in the building, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in here, man. We got here. Thanks so much, D Hodges. You guys are jumping in. I heard Bud was struggling to make 140. Probably, man, because he's been in 147 for so long, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah. It sounds like Taylor will probably move up from 147 and fight him. It sounds like it. But we'll see, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Robert Brown says here, I got a bad feeling Bud will revisit the Barbosa Jr. fight. Or maybe McKinson from the UK. Right. I think, though, Ortiz is ranked number 1. He's looking at Mean Machine. I mean, yeah, Ortiz is looking at Mean Machine. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think, even if Bud were to fight Ortiz, because I know the word coming around like that, community contemplating a fight with Ortiz and Bud he'll beat Ortiz, in my humble opinion. When Ortiz fought Hooker, you saw a lot of flaws in Ortiz, man. He won beautifully, but man, you don't want to put Ortiz against Ennis. You don't want to put Ortiz against Bud. There's some big flaws that Ortiz has to fix, LeVar.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because if he doesn't, he's going to go night-night. He's going to go to sleep. So, yep. I mean, that's one thing about Bud, man. Bud does know how to adapt and overcome in a fight, especially when he turns into a counter puncher. But I just don't see those guys beating Bud. I really don't.
Yeah, man. So we got here big megastar Keith thumbs down. Keith thumbs down Thurman. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Tom Brown. What's going on, my guy? Thanks so much for jumping in, man. Mac of the South. Ward retired and staying retired. He said he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, Mac, I made a video about it and that's enough. I'm done with it. I'm done with that talk because I made it very clear in the video. It's like, bro, I don't see this happening. I don't know. I understand people talking about it, but I don't think Ward's gonna come back. I mean, what do you got on that, LeVar? I don't know what's going on there.
Honestly, man, Andre Ward just needs to stay retired. There's no reason for him to come out of retirement to fight Canelo. Let Canelo do his thing, man. I mean, at the end of the day, Andre Ward, he's already accomplished a lot in the sport of boxing. Just stick to commentating, man. There's no need. I
would rather have Canelo fight these prime champs.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean, you already know the story, LeVar. What's gonna happen? He's gonna fight Ward. If that were to happen, it's not gonna happen. But if it were to fight Ward, same old thing with Canelo, fighting all these out of prime fighters, and 5 years retired. Now he's coming back. Now, we know why you chose him. Blah blah blah. I've criticized Canelo about it too. So go fight a prime champ, Canelo. Go fight a Charlo. That's what I want to see. I want to see Canelo fight the prime champs that we want to see. Ward, great, but I wouldn't get too excited about it. Tom Brown says here, Mikey will never beat. No, heck no. Nah, he won't even beat Ennis, man. And Ennis is up there. I'm not saying he's not elite. No way. Ennis will box circles around, dude. I mean, love Mikey, but oh, of course not. You're right, Tom Brown. Definitely, man. Rob Brown says Mikey really needs to. Yeah, I mean, that would be the best thing. I don't. I understand Mikey. But there's a link for Grindhard. Go subscribe to our guy, man. Grindhard Sports Station. Thanks so much for jumping in, man. Just go subscribe to my guy right there, L Dub. Go subscribe to family right there. We got here saying Grindhard. Mikey's too small for exactly 147. Exactly, he's too small. Black Star Sports TV. Go subscribe. Oh yeah. Go subscribe.
Salute
to Black
Star. That's my guy right there, man.
That's right, man. That's right. Family's in the building, man. Thank you guys so much for joining. We got Sylvester in the building too. Hey, Black Star, put your link in the chat, bro. So Sylvester, man, what's going on, bro? Family, we're chopping it up still, man. We're gonna talk about little Tio too right now. Actually, Haney and Linares, and with a little bit of Tio. So we got here. Mikey is the same size as Manny. Mikey mentally can't fight at 147 like Manny. Yeah, Manny, he's levels above, and mentally, psychologically, Manny's he's a legend, man. PJH, my guy, what's going on, family? Thanks so much for jumping in the building, man. You guys are awesome. Soccer Training Club also in the building. Thanks so much, bro. Hey. I think we're missing the point. If Canelo mentions Ward's name, I mean, if Canelo mentions Ward's name, Dre will not backpedal. Thoughts?
To me, that fight, it doesn't mean anything. Look how long Ward's been out. He's been retired. So I mean,
I wouldn't say it wouldn't be a competitive fight. Of course, Ward got skills. We know the story. He would put up a fight against Canelo, but I just thought first again, I don't see it happening. Timothy Bradley comes out recently on an interview, made a video on it, saying that if Canelo doesn't call Ward, Ward's not going to seek it. He's not going to. I don't think Canelo's going to even call Ward, man. And I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know who started this whole talk, man, but it's just way too fantasy stuff. I just don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? But if Canelo does call Ward, then the fight will probably be on. They'll probably make moves and make it happen. But I just don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ward would give, he would give a fight to Canelo, but I think Canelo would win, man. That's just my humble opinion. People maybe disagree. That's fine. I don't care, but that's fine. That's part of the Pox community. It's part of the community. We agree, some disagree. That's fine. But I just don't think Ward would win, man. I just don't see how Canelo. What I want to see Canelo do, go fight Charlo, bro. Go fight, these competitors that we want to see. That's what I want to see him do. Fight the prime champs, the primes. You know what I'm saying? The tough competition that's active. That's what I want to see. But you got something on that, LeVar, before we move on?
Hey, what did you say, Renee? I'm sorry about that because you went in and out.
No, anything else you want to say on that? Just to conclude that point.
About Dre and Canelo.
Yeah.
I think it'll start off being a competitive fight, but after that, Dre's been gone for too long, and I really do think that Canelo will find a way to win because he's been active, and that's one thing that we got to give credit to Canelo. Out of everyone, he's the only fighter that's really been active. Yes, it might have been against less stellar boxers. I get that and I understand that, but he's staying active. And while he's staying active, he's still generating more money than some of these current champions. So at the end of the day, I just think that fight, there's no reason to have it. It's like what you said. It should stay as a fantasy fight and just let Ward continue to commentate because Ward is not a Floyd Mayweather. So at the end of the day, we don't know how he would react to a punch after being out of the game for 5 years. So
I mean, plus. I mean, I understand he's training. He's probably, I'm sure he's in fit, stay in shape, blah blah blah. But you haven't been in the ring, man. I mean, that's just you haven't been in the ring, bro. I mean, and to fight Canelo coming back in the ring, yeah. And if they do, drug test. I'm not saying for Ward. I'm saying for Canelo, man. You drug test. Okay. I want to see this fight. If it happens, I don't think it's gonna, but I want to see it fair and square. Yeah, go ahead.
The only fighter that I've seen to take 2 years off and come back to dominate is when Floyd fought Marquez.
It's Floyd.
And in that fight, Floyd came in overweight for that fight too,
and he was he was sharp, dude. He was like he'd never left the ring, dude. I mean that there's only one out of a wide range of fighters who can do that, dude. I'm not saying Ward. I'm not minimizing him, but I don't see it, bro. And I repeat, if they were to fight, man, drug test Canelo. I'm sorry. I don't care what people think about that. Yeah, I want to see clean fighters. I'm not saying that Canelo's always cheating. No, I'm not saying that the drug stuff that he's always drugging up. No, but make it up and whatever. So, Money in the guys there. Yeah, they both need it. Okay, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Family. So you think they need the fight? I don't think so, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ward versus Canelo will generate. Yeah, of course. Because a lot of community wants to see it. I'm just I'm the odd man out in this. I just don't. Of course, I would see it. I love boxing, but I think Canelo would win, and I don't see too much of a point. Money for them, yes. Money for them, we do it like this in Mexico for money, like a wad of money. Money. I get it. For both of them, they would cash out. But we got here. Tone Brown. Can Ward even make 175? I mean, the thing is, Tone Brown. A lot of people or whatever. I heard that Ward is always training, he's always in shape, and he can easily make the weight, whatever weight he has to make, were he to fight Canelo. So that's fine, but I don't think he would be as sharp, bro. I don't. But that good stuff. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So okay, look at that chat. Hold on. Money to get. Ward beats Big Charlo, Plant, and Benavidez. So why not? I mean, I think it would be hard against a Big Charlo. I mean,
yeah, Charlo, that'd be difficult.
Yeah, dude. I know it sounds debatable, but Big Charlo, dude. I don't know, man.
Big Charlo has that fast jab, man.
I mean, of course, the Ward, the skills, the footwork, in and out. You know what I'm saying? Fighting on the inside. He can fight on the inside. He can bring it. I just don't, see it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I think he would have it would be a tough fight against Charlo. I think it would be a tough fight against Charlo. Maybe he would. I think it would be easier for Ward Plant. I think so. Benavidez? Oh, dude. I don't know.
Ward, in order for Ward to win that fight against Benavidez, Ward has to box. Don't stand there and try to slug. Box. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Ward can't punch, because Ward can punch. But once again, man, he's been out of the game for 5 years.
That's the only thing that itches. That itches in the back of my head. That's the only thing.
5 years makes a difference, man. It makes a difference. Hey, look how long Michael Jordan was away from basketball. He came back to wear number 45, and what happened? He wasn't the same Jordan like what he used to be. So you got it. 5 years, and it's two totally different sports. But I'm just giving an example. Michael Jordan is one of the best basketball players ever, but he took time off, came back, and he was never the same. It took him some time to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and the thing is, I think LeVar, a lot of people are sticking to the Ward 4 years ago. The 4 years ago Ward.
That's when he should have fought Canelo.
He's gonna be 30. He's 37, bro. I mean, I understand a lot of people using this. A lot of people saying, yeah, well, Floyd fought Canelo at 38 or whatever age he was, or at 36, and it's like, dude, LeVar, you just said it. Ward is not Mayweather, okay? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't. He would have to prove it, okay? That's how I conclude this whole Ward talk. You're gonna have to prove it, Ward. If you're gonna come back and fight Canelo and prove it. But I don't. It's really hard for me to believe. 5 year, 4 year, 5 years. I mean, it's 4 years. It's 4 years. You're right, Tone Brown. I mean, can Ward even make one? At 4, it's been 4 years now. But by the time, if he's even considering coming back, he would fight next year. It wouldn't be. I highly doubt it would be this year. Why? I mean, let's be realistic, because let's forget Canelo, because Canelo's going to fight Plant. I mean, that's the plan at least. Whatever. Plant September. I don't even think Canelo's thinking of Ward, man. He got Canelo on the radar. I'm sorry, he got Plant, undisputed. That's what he wants. That's it. Ward, I don't know where he's jumping in the mix on this or who's bringing him up. I don't know. That's why I kind of see it real perplexing, all this stuff. But you're gonna have to come back and really prove it. But I doubt he would do that. Yeah, go ahead, LeVar.
Hey, Renee, Caleb Plant wants $10 million to fight for Canelo, from Canelo. So we'll see if he gets it.
Yeah, and that's why I said, man, according to, it looks like it's going to happen. I said it before. We don't even know if it's going to be official. Hopefully Plant don't pull out for one thing or another, or something happens. But from what I know, last I heard, Canelo said 10 million, man. No excuses. From what I remember, last I heard, Canelo said, hey, 10 million, there it is. No more excuses, Plant. So it looks like Canelo really wants this, man. I mean, I'm not saying Plant doesn't, but Canelo, from what I heard, when I read it somewhere, I read it in a post recently that he said, yo, okay, you're going to have your 10 million, but no excuses. Let's get the fight on, so we'll see, though. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully Plant, they both go at it, and then, we'll get the fight, Stock Trading Club. Question, is this Haney's biggest fight up to this point against Linares? Okay, let's talk about that now. Okay, enough of the Ward and Canelo fantasy, right? But we got here. So what do you think about that? What's your input on that, LeVar? Haney's biggest fight, Linares?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it'll be a great test for Haney. I truly believe Haney's going to pass this test. Linares, man, he's been in some wars, man. He's been in some wars. He's taken some punishment. This might be Devin Haney's coming out party to make a statement to Teo, because I know Haney wants Teo really bad. Linares, man, he has some miles. He has some miles on him, and I really think that he's taken too much punishment throughout his career. So is it his biggest fight up to this point? No, I don't think so. You remember Haney fought Gamboa. I mean, Haney should have stopped Gamboa, but at the end of the day, it went 12 rounds. But I think that this is just another step towards Teo. Hopefully, we will have to wait and see. But far as his biggest fight, no. To me, Renee, I don't think so.
Right. I feel. We got here. Haney is in excellent shape. This is his last fight on his DAZN contract. Ooh, I expect. Yeah, I heard that it's his last fight, and you know what I think? Possibly. Who knows? Who the heck knows, right? But I think Haney's going to be independent, man. I think he's going to be independent. Devin Haney Promotions. Him and his dad work amazingly together. They know the business. You know what I'm saying? So I really like how they move. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's going to still. I mean, it's more like a conjunction type of contract with what's his guy's name, Hearn. Because Devin Haney has his promotional company. It looks like they work like hand, shoulder to shoulder, whatever. So, but I kind of think Haney would do better if he were just to be, completely free. You know what I'm saying? Because they're smart people. They got a wonderful team. They don't really, in my humble opinion, LeVar, they don't really need Hearn. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they need Hearn. So, but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. So yeah. Last fight on DAZN, very interesting. Expect a statement from Haney's statement. I do too, because Haney, he's just really super hungry, and that's what I love about Haney. And his skills obviously speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think he will win, but he just has to watch out for Linares. He has to fight. He has to be smart, box smart. So like he always does. I think he's gonna win well. I think he's gonna be very well and convincingly. You know what I'm saying? So Renee and LeVar, do you think the boxers in this era focus more on? Yeah, of course, man. For bigger percentages instead of fighting each other. Back in the heyday, fighters called each other out. Yes. What do you think about that, LeVar?
I agree with you, Renee. They're the fighters of today. They are more worried about making money than legacy, and we can kind of sort of blame that on Floyd. Because he's always the A side. He wants to make the most money. Excuse me. The fighters of this generation, yes, they want to get paid. The fighters of the old era, they were all about their legacy. They were all about getting to the Hall of Fame. That's what meant a lot to them, was getting to the Hall of Fame. So it would be nice for some of these fighters, the fighters of today, to want to cement themselves in, cement their legacy, and to get into the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying that some of them won't, but right now it's all about money to them. You have some of these fighters that have a YouTube channel. Yes, with them having a YouTube channel, yes, they're trying to get as many subscribers as they can, but at the end of the day, they can probably be making more money doing a YouTube video than getting in the ring. So it's gonna, it's a catch-22. It's either they make a lot of money doing YouTube or they can make a lot of money in the ring. But I wish that these fighters will focus more on their legacy, because the money will come. It will happen. But we just want to see them fight the best. So hopefully Soccer Training Club, or excuse me, Warrior Class 3, hopefully I answered your question. If I didn't, we can go more in depth. But I just think that these fighters are more worried about making money. And I get it. You can get hurt in the sport of boxing. It only takes one punch. I get that. I understand that. But at the end of the day, man, you can do both. We just want to see the best fight the best. That's all.
I mean, you never even hear fighters talk about the Hall of Fame. They don't, most of them don't even care about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's right, LeVar. And part of it back in the day, in the golden era, they wanted to achieve the Hall of Fame. They wanted to achieve legacy. They wanted to fight the best out there and prove themselves and respect their names. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't even hear that. It's a totally opposite conversation now. It's a totally opposite conversation with the majority of these fighters. I'm not saying all of them, but the majority. Why? Because when a fighter comes or whatever, a reporter, whatever the heck, media comes and they say, who you want to fight this guy? If it makes sense, that's the first thing most say, LeVar.
I agree, man.
If it makes sense, you know what that means. If it doesn't make me money, then get out of my face and don't ask me that question. Pretty much.
You're right. Renee, you're right, bro. It's like that's why it's like what Kurt Anderson said. He has to go back and watch boxing matches from back in the day, from the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Man, it shouldn't be that way. But I remember fighters from the old era calling each other out, and they actually got in the ring with each other. Man, it was different. Aggressively.
Yes, that's different. That's what I meant. No, that's what I meant about Ugas a moment ago. I mean, he wasn't aggressively seeking Spence, man. Mentioning Spence, yeah, I'll fight him. Yeah. Okay, come on now. You aggressively seek his freaking. Okay, what Haney I can say is aggressively seeking Teo. Shakur I can say is aggressively seeking Herring, bro.
Yes.
Shakur is aggressively seeking Lomachenko. So Shakur, I mean, there are a very select few fighters out there that are aggressively seeking. That's aggressively seeking. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, he's not leaving Herring. He's not shutting up, man. I mean, not like that in Shakur. I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, get that smoke. Seek it out. That's what you do. That's what fighters did in the back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Renee, Bernard Hopkins just had a conversation with Andrade. He said, Andrade, you know what you have to do? You have to be a cerebral assassin. You have to show up. You have to show up to these fights. You have to get in their face, because if you want them to fight you, you got to force them to fight you, which means you need to show up to these press conferences. You need to be a little disruptive, because if you come out and say, well, yeah, I want to fight Canelo. Well, you saying that, Canelo's not going to even look at you. You have to go to these press conferences and make them feel uneasy, so that then the press can get involved, so that attention, those fights can happen. Yes, you have to, man. I just don't understand it. Some of these fighters, they do all this talking. Talking and doing is two different things. And you heard me say that, Renee.
Yeah, go find him. Go face off with the dude. I mean, if you really want that smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting I'm expecting Andrade to show up in Charlo, man. After that, you show up to the Montiel fight, man. Show up, and Andrade mentioned he was. So you better put your money where your mouth and get to work, bro. Get to work, Andrade, because Andrade, your resume also is not. No one knows, LeVar. A lot of people don't even know who Andrade is, bro.
And that's what Bernard Hopkins told him. He said, "You have to start fighting the best. You have to." That's it. That's the only way that Andrade is gonna see the type of revenue that he wants to get the money. And once again, I know we're talking about the money. He's a younger fighter, but if he wants to be the best, he has to fight the best.
And speaking of this, going to Warrior Class, I think it's definitely, they're just too caught up in the whole, percentage stuff, and let me get to that in a moment, Sock Trade. Okay, I can get to that question. No doubt, I appreciate it. But yeah, but family, money in the good. The suits are greedy with their top level fighters' investments. Most of the time, it's the people behind it. Yeah, a lot of it is, bro. Too. That's true money. That's true money. That's why I think it's best for these guys to be independent free agents, man. They can do what did Mayweather do, LeVar? What did Mayweather do? Became a free agent, you know what I'm saying? And not just because the money, he fought legitimate opponents, LeVar, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, made a lot of money doing it, you know what I'm saying? So, fighters just got to know how to strategically do it and not just look for the money, but go for the big fights out there. Go for the hard fight. Go for the hard competition. That's what Mayweather did too. I know a lot of people criticize him, you know what I'm saying? But I think, in my humble opinion, Mayweather did fight tough competition in his career, man. Tough competition. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, go ahead, LeVar. You gonna say something?
Oh, no, you're good, big bro. I thought you had to ask me a question.
No, that's good. All right, so now this is gonna get to the next point, okay? Before we get to Stock Trade on and keep that question there. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna keep that there. So Haney, Linares. I think Haney's gonna win. Teo is gonna fight this Camboso guy, whatever, on Triller. What do you think Teo is gonna do next, LeVar? Because the way he's talking, the way his team is talking, according to Teo Jr., he's going to look for Haney's head. He wants Haney's head. Teo Sr. just came out recently on an interview saying that fight's not going to happen. Haney fight's not going to happen next. I mean, Teo came out. You already know the story. When he was on Instagram, I sent the contract to Cambosos. I sent the contract to Haney. You know how we went side to side, right? He didn't send no contract to Haney, man. Everybody knew that he was going to fight Cambosos. You're not trying to, who are you trying to fool? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, LeVar, this is what I'm trying to get at. I don't think Teofimo Haney is going to fight next, bro. What do you got on that, man?
Honestly, man, no. I feel like I have a feeling that Teo is going to move up to 140 pretty soon. He's going to try to avoid Devin because at the end of the day, if he wanted to fight Devin, that fight could already be lined up after this Cambosos fight. We've seen it before in boxing. So
it could have been lined up already, exactly.
Already. I just think that Teo's going to move up to 140 because he's been saying this. He's been saying it since the Loma fight about moving up to 140. So that's what I think that he's going to do. Would it be good for the sport of boxing if he were to fight Haney? Yeah, absolutely. Because once again, this is where that WBC belt. Haney's the freaking champion. So at the end of the day, Haney should have that opportunity to go against Teo. I really think that that's a fight that Teo does not want to have or want to make. So I think he's going to avoid Devin, drop the belts, go up to 140, and try to fight a Josh Taylor or something like that. That's what I see happening.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're already talking about it. And Teofimo Sr. said, no, I don't remember what wording he used, whatever the heck. But in other words, man, Teofimo Sr. saying that Haney, Teo is not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And he was given some reasons why. Exactly, Grindhard. They'll find a reason not to fight. Yeah. Because if I'm not mistaken, Senior's talking about something like, Haney's going to price himself out and he's going to ask for too much. Same old story, same old gag, you know what I'm saying? So I just think there are reasons to stay away from Haney. I think that's what it is. I think they know the style. they can run their mouths off all they want, man. They can say, "Oh, we beat them in sparring," whatever you want to say. You know that. Put the talk aside. Yeah, go ahead, LeVar.
You're good, brother. Go ahead.
You know, the way I see it, put the talk aside. Stop run. You know, everybody, bro, LeVar. No one believes the undisputed stuff because it's not true. It's not true. Mike Coppinger, man, I don't know what the heck the dude was thinking. I don't know what the heck. I don't really know the dude, but they're on Twitter talking about, oh, Kambosos is ready for his undisputed bout against Teo. Shut up, man. It's not undisputed. You know, I don't know who Mike Coppinger, I guess he's some source guy, whatever they want to call him. I mean, all due respect to the dude, but you supposedly knowing all that you know in the sport of boxing, calling this bout undisputed. It's not an undisputed bout, bro. Let's just stop that talk. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know, LeVar, how much criticism Teofimo is getting right now. When the words is spoken out of Teofimo's mouth about that undisputed stuff, community goes against him. Say, bro, just stop lying to the community. You know, they're saying this to Teofimo. It's like, and Mike Coppinger too, you know, all due respect to Mike, you know what I'm saying? But you at that level, use that platform to speak facts. Stop trying to deceive people that don't know about boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not undisputed. Okay. And that's just crazy. I don't even know why I talked about this, but you know, Jay Dixon, what's going on? Families in the building. He says, I'm done listening to these fighters and promos. I'm only interested in what they do in the ring because exactly. It seems to be all smoking. Exactly. And I'm a straight up honest guy, so I don't lie. Exactly.
Facts, man. Salute, J.A. Facts.
That's facts, bro. And that's why I think, you know, right now, there's just too much blabber. Exactly. That's thank you, Jay. You got my train of thought back to what I was trying to say. Too much talk on Teofimo's team, man. It's like, and now he's bickering back and forth on social media with, you know, trying to defend his fake undisputed title stuff, whatever they want to call it. It's not undisputed, you know? So it's just too much talk, man. That's how I see it. Teofimo and his team, they're just running way too much, man, with the talk. And Haney and Bill Haney. Bill Haney just recently came out and said on an interview, he said, you know what? Those guys are clowns. Yeah, I don't know, LeVar. Bill Haney and Devin, I see they're just real, bro. They're real ones. I'm not saying, you know, Teo's a fake guy, whatever, but you can tell which ones are about it and which ones are just, you know, trying to sway. You see what I'm saying, LeVar?
Yeah, I do, man. And this is the problem that I have. Senior just needs to shut up completely. I'm tired of. It kind of
reminds me of Angel, you know.
Yeah, these dad trainers, man. Only thing they want to do is get in the spotlight. No, here's my take, man. Devin will expose Teo, and here's the reason why. Teo can't fight off of his back foot, and he's flat-footed. Devin Haney will have a field day against Teo. And to be honest with you, the only problem with Loma started late. When Loma started pressing the action and making Teo fight going backwards, Teo was having issues. So it was too late. So at the end of the day, Teo knows that Devin Haney will give him problems. Teo knows that Tank will give him problems. So what is he going to do? He's going to avoid them. So I'm tired of Senior just needs to shut up, train your son, get out of the spotlight because you're not the fighter. You're the trainer.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing is, it's just a lot of talk, man. I definitely respect Teo and his skills. I think Teo and Haney would be a great fight. It would be a great, and that's why the community is clamoring for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going to happen next with this, you know, what he's going to do next, what Teo's going to do next. And it's a big possibility he's going to move up to 140. Big possibility, man. So we got, let me get back to that question. Okay. Cause it coincides with what Word Class is saying too. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's get it. Soccer Training Club says here, thinking ahead, Canelo will beat Plant. Is Benavidez next? And is he deserving of a fight against Canelo? Thoughts? This is what I think is going to happen next for Canelo after Plant. Should he beat Plant, right? I think that Canelo's going to go fight around in the UK. L-Dub, my guy, source of information, confirming what I've been saying for a minute, that it looks like Canelo's direction. It's not a coincidence. His last 5 fighters, approximately, or whatever the heck number, have been mostly UK fighters, LeVar. It's not a coincidence because Canelo's expressed a long time ago that he wants to be a global star. And he talked about in order to be a global star, he needs to go overseas and fight fighters overseas. That's what I think is going to happen. I think after Plant, And L-Dub, let me reiterate, L-Dub sent me some information recently talking about it's possible, obviously it's not written in stone, but it's possible that Canelo's going to go over the UK and fight Chris Eubank Jr. or another guy. I forgot the other guy's name, but something along those lines. And it confirms to what I've been saying, that I feel that Canelo's going to go across the pond, man, avoid all these dudes. So, you know, I know a lot of communities clamoring Canelo Benavidez. I know a lot of communities clamoring Canelo Charlo. I've been too. But I don't think it's going to happen, man. I don't think so. What do you think? What do you think will happen next after Plant fight, if they fight, right, LeVar?
One, I think the Canelo and Plant fight will happen because Canelo already said in his last fight, he was like, "I'll see you soon, my friend."
Yeah, he's determined. He wants that fight. He wants that.
Right. Far as Canelo going overseas to fight, I mean, it's a possibility.
Or generally, what do you think he'll do after Plant?
If L-Dub is saying that he's going to go over there to fight Chris Eubank Jr., then I believe it. I think that let me backtrack a little bit. It's like what Kurt Anderson said. I believe him. I truly believe that Canelo is not afraid of Jamal. And he's not afraid of Benavidez. I really do believe that. Canelo kind of sort of took on the Floyd role. What have they done to earn a shot with me? You get what I'm saying?
Seems like that his mindset, yeah.
Right. Because once again, when you look at Jamal Charlo, name one elite fighter on his resume that he has fought. Exactly. When it comes to Benavidez, name another elite fighter that's on his exactly. So that's the mindset that Canelo has. And that's why Kurt Anderson was like, I can see Canelo beating Charlo and beating Benavidez because they haven't been battle tested. Both of them haven't been battle tested. With that being said, I do see Canelo going over there to fight a Chris Eubank Jr. because Chris has gotten better. You know, he's gotten better recently, and it'll be a good fight. Do I think Chris can beat Canelo? Absolutely not. But it'll be a good fight. I mean, who knows? The only person that knows what he wants to do is going to be Canelo.
Right. If you guys hear the dogs in the background, they're having the dog life out in the yard. But
Renee, one more thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. It's like what you said earlier. They, why aren't they attending the Canelo fight and getting in the ring to call Canelo out? Charlo called out Benavidez, and look what happened. So we don't know who really wants that. We really don't know who wants to fight each other. I'm just saying. So I don't know. I don't. I know Benavidez called Charlo's bluff, Maul's bluff, but Maul didn't jump at it. So at the end of the day, does Maul really want to fight Canelo? Because remember when Mel and Maul was beefing a couple months ago?
Yeah, what Mel said. Yeah.
Mel was like, well, why don't you tell them how you was afraid to fight Canelo? So I don't know.
Yeah, it's perplexing. It's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? And we got Warrior Class saying if we want correlating to what Sark Train Club asked, that if we want fighters fighting the best, why Canelo won't fight Benavidez? I mean, I think it's a mix of what LeVar is saying and a mix of what Jay Dixon is saying. I mean, I'm not denying it, Jay Dixon either. You know what I'm saying? Every good move Canelo has made, I can counter it with some BS. Yeah, because we know. I agree. We know the story. We know the story of Canelo. When he was at, if I'm not mistaken, 160, mandatory to fight Jamal Charlo, right, for the WBC, whatever, and pulls a franchise move, and Benavidez also, right, had the opportunity for years, for all that time that Benavidez had the belt. Right. And then he misses weight. It's stripped of him. What does Canelo do? Boom. Yildirim is magically the. Yeah, I'm saying you're right, Jay Dixon. I mean, we can go on and on. We can go on and on with that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you there, Jay Dixon, too. You know, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a mix of it. Like what LeVar's saying, he's in the position where he can he can say, you guys got to fight each other, and then you meet me. And then it's a mix of what Jay Dixon is saying too. I mean, I think it's a mix of it all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Money in the Ghetto saying Tio is buying time. Tio knows he'll get outboxed today. Pay attention to the changes Tio's making to become a more complete boxer. Right. Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. Facts, bro. Facts. We got here, Grindhard. They're getting to the point where they need to eliminate each other. Yeah, it looks like they're getting to that point. That's what it is, Grindhard.
I agree.
And like what LeVar is saying right now, that it looks like Canelo's like that. He's like, you fight each other and then meet me.
Because look what Canelo said to Andrade at the post fight.
Yeah, he says, who have you fought? You're fighting nobody.
Exactly.
He pretty much stated it, you know what I'm saying? And Canelo said it himself out of his mouth. So he's pretty much saying that, like, go fight those guys and then come meet me. You know what I'm saying? That's, Charlo did beat J-Rock and Trout. And that's true.
J-Rock, who got knocked out by Rosario. What was Trout's notable win was Miguel Cotto. Derevchenko, honestly, Mel should have knocked him out.
Right. Yeah. And he says here, the last two guys Canelo avoided, he can't get a pass and then fight Yildirim. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with J.A. I agree with you, man. I'm not going against you or anything like that. It's just, I'm just like you. I'm tired of the best not fighting the best. So, and trust me, I when it comes to Canelo, I like his skills, but we have to give credit where credit's due because he's been active. Some of these guys are not being as active like they should be. And granted, yes, Canelo fought a Yildirim. I thought that was a garbage fight from the get-go. Billy Joe Saunders, I told you he was going to get knocked. Billy Joe was going to get knocked out. Yep. So it's just
it's complicated,
it's
man. I know. It's this and that. It's this and that, but this and that. I mean, it is what it is. Facts. And why hasn't he fought, Andre, Charlo, Benavidez?
Exactly.
We know why. There's a background to that. Even though I personally think, based off of Andre's last performance, Canelo he'll beat him, dude. I mean, that's what I think. Concerning skills only. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. We got here Jay Dixon saying, and Maul said the same thing about Benavidez in 2019 when he had a belt and Benavidez didn't try to fight him. Plus Mel, but Maul's at 160, right? Benavidez has been campaigning at 168, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I get it. I feel you. And plus, Mel came back on live and said he said that about Maul ducking Canelo because he was mad. Yeah, I heard something.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I heard he was trying to just like make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make Maul look bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel it, bro. Jay Dixon, it's too much. Yeah, exactly. That's the conclusion. It's too much nonsense, right, in the game. But Maul has to shut up. Yeah, exactly. Maul has to be quiet if he's not going to fight. Yes, Jay Dixon. Yeah. I mean. You know what I'm saying? You know what I think, LeVar? It's the thing here is that most fighters, at least, not all of them, a lot of them can be criticized one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some more than others. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes there are things to criticize out there. Thrill Hill, hey, what's going on, family? Thanks so much for jumping in the building, bro. Thanks so much, man. So we got here. Jay Dixon continues saying Canelo had the chance to fight Andrade for undisputed because he had the last belt and Canelo ran. Plus Canelo and Triple G ducked Charlo and right, bro. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not. I got nothing to say against that, bro. I mean, these guys know how to maneuver. Especially when you're at the top like that and Canelo at the top. You know what I'm saying? Just maneuver, get the belts the easy way. LeVar, he got a belt against he got a belt against Rocky Fielding. I mean,
I agree.
That says it all. He got a belt against Calum. It's like, that's just how boxing is. You know what I'm saying? Even though I personally think he didn't fight the best to really, be tested, but it is what it is. You're right, Jay Dixon. I got nothing to say against that, bro. Facts.
Absolutely.
So, we've been going on a wonderful minute, bro. 1 hour, 30 minutes, bro. I got to get going, bro. I got to go do some stuff. So, I got Haney winning. Against Linares. I love it. It's going to be a great fight. Y'all tune into that. And I think that Tio is not going to fight Haney next. Okay? That's to conclude that part. But I'm going to keep a close eye on all this, man. I'm going to keep a close eye. So any last words, LeVar?
Yeah. Renee, hey, man, once again, man, thanks for having me on your platform, man. It's an honor. And I do apologize for the background noise. You know, my kids in here yelling.
It's all good.
I really do appreciate you, man. I'm glad that we're able to come up here and talk about the sport of boxing. So thank you, my brother. To the chat, hey, thanks for tuning in, and just make sure you subscribe. If you're new, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and like the content. And for the rest of the chat, hey, make sure you take care of your health, man. Mask up, wash your hands, and let's think of, we got Memorial Day coming up. J.A. Dixon, man, thanks for your service, man. My fellow Marine, my fellow Devil Dog. Let's think about the actual meaning of Memorial Day on Monday. We got to think about all those servicemen and women that lost their lives so that we can continue to do what we do. So once again, thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure y'all stay safe.
Servicemen and women like LeVar, servicemen and women like Jay Dixon. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely, man. So y'all honor that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Toby Bartlett, I see you, man. Thanks so much for jumping in, fam. Hope your family's great. Hope you're doing wonderful, bro. Thanks so much, man. From the UK. That's what I'm talking about. So Renee Box Young, man, platform we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in level-headed, mature fashion. That's what I'm talking about. You know, if anybody, is not subscribed, if tuning in afterwards in the playback, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we do this flash lives. Definitely, man. Premier videos, you know what I'm saying? Comments and comment sections. All y'all, man. I really appreciate each and every one. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much, man, for jumping in and supporting. LeVar Cooper will be in contact definitely to do another flash live, fam.
Absolutely, bro. Hey, you let me know when I'm there.
Heck yeah. Peace out, family. Stay safe, everybody. Renee Box Young. Peace with my sidekick, LeVar Cooper.
Peace.